Welcome everyone to the next iteration of the Refinement meeting. So please add yourself to the agenda in the Refinement document. And please, all the maintainers join the Scrum Poker board, so we can provide some sort of estimation to the tickets. And for today, we have 3 tickets ready for Refinement to discuss.
Can you post a link to the board, please?
It's in the Refinement document anyway, but I'm sending also to the chat.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. So I see some people already asking for working on this. Nice. So what's this ticket about? In the last refinement session, we discussed from the Datadog implementation for the SLI provider that we should specify an interval. And this interval should define how long in the past we should look for to get metric data points. And once this ticket is completed, then we have this interval field in our CRDs. And now, since we have this information, it's time to update all our SLI providers to make use of this time frame value, Prometheus, Dynatrace, and Datadog, namely. And this ticket is exactly about that. Updating the different providers API to have now as a 2 value and the time frame as now minus the time frame for the from value. Is everything clear? Then I think we can go ahead and write an estimation for this ticket. And Mike, if you don't know what to put, question mark or.
Great.
Nice. Okie dokie. I'm Flo, Y and M.
Yeah, just because it's needs also to be implemented in a couple of SLI providers, but since we don't have that many, small would also be okay.
Okie dokie. For reference, since I see Amisha and 10 to infinity that wants to work on this, it's straightforward implementation. It's a metric operator, controllers, commons, providers. Here we have Dynatrace, Prometheus, and eventually the PR from Sudipto for Datadog is to change here the API call from just providing the time, the value for from and to. So it's not a big one. And I already put the estimation. Nice. So we can go to the. Thank you, Moritz, for moving the label. Now, set up some YAML linter rules. Mo, do you want to give the roundup of the ticket?
Yeah, sure. So the PR to actually set up the pipeline and the makefile and everything is done. Thanks, Rakshit, for that. And basically for now, everything is set to warning so that we don't have any issues with red PRs right now. But this ticket should basically be used to go through all the rules that YAML provides and kind of decide one by one what we want to do with it, if we want to enforce it or not, or just warn. Yeah, basically set up a rule set or like a YAML style guide in that sense that we want to use again. I provided a link to the rules. It's not a super long list, so it should be fairly straightforward to set this up and go through the list. Yeah, there's lots of examples and everything in here, so it should be fine to set that up.
Any further question? Then I think we can give an estimation.
Maybe one question, or one remark. The definition of done here states that actually all the linter errors are also fixed in, just so everybody knows for the estimation.
How many errors are we expecting here?
Based on which
Depends how
rule
we
do you
set up the
select?
rules. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that many, honestly.
Okay.
Our
Yeah,
YAML is generally pretty well formatted and also fairly consistent. It
Okay,
should
thanks.
generally be fine.
Then, oops, I was about to delete. I'm fine with an S. I just put M because of many things can follow up. Nope. Here, attack. Then the last one. Nightly check for Helm upgrades. Since now we have an Helm chart, it would be cool to test that we can have upgrades of our installations. Mind that we have CRDs also as part of the operator. Hence, we cannot really do rollbacks or test for rollbacks because that's not supported by Helm. But it would be interesting to see if we can upgrade from version X to version X+1. So just the upgrade. And this should be a nightly pipeline that runs. Install the latest version and try to upgrade to the main version. And as always, if this upgrade fails, create an issue with the error code and the reason why it failed. And I forgot to delete the estimation. Is there any question for this?
Do we also want to test different released versions, not only main branch?
Great thing, because I forgot to say. I've read here a version matrix should be used to be ready to have tests that can upgrade also between multiple versions, so we can skip versions. Yes, Moritz.
Cool. And then one more question. Anybody know if this is possible with Keptn? I would assume it is. Does Keptn support Helm directly? I think so.
You can run bash script as a pre thingy, right?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
also an option, yeah.
there is possibility to run bash script,
Okay,
but
so then
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's maybe on investigating if it can be done.
I immediately thought of Keptn, honestly.
Basically, if there is an option that it can be run by cattle, would it be part of the integration test pipeline, or it will be completely separated?
It would need to be a different one, because if we use Keptn for installing the toolkit with Helm, then this will definitely interfere with the other integration tests we have right now.
Yeah, it would
Okay.
need to at least run sequentially, not at the same time.
Yeah.
That's very true, yeah.
Yeah, so nightly check is the best.
Yeah, I would suggest to make it a, I don't know, create a nightly test pipeline. It won't probably be the last nightly test we do.
Yeah, that's why I would like to have it in a separate pipeline. Also, because if we want to test X from X to X+1, then from X to X+2, we need to create and destroy clusters every single time, which can be quite expensive in terms of waiting time. Okay, if there are no further questions, let's estimate. I think we have a strong agreement here. Thanks for removing the labels on the fly. Okie dokie, let's refresh and see. No issues. Any issue from the community that you would like to bring up? I don't see anything in the chat. No item in the agenda. So I will say thank you everyone for joining. Thanks for the refinement. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Don't forget that we have the community meeting tomorrow.